Hi, I'm Mary Kay de Jesús, and I'm here with another porch sitting. I am not sitting on the porch. I don't know if you know this. I live in Central Florida. It's very hot in Central Florida, as is the rest of the nation right now. But when I came out here to set things up, I noticed it was even warmer out here than in my room. And I looked at the AC to see if I should turn it down to 1 or 2 degrees, and it is off. So my AC is not working. I have fans going in every room and on the floors. So my hair is doing what it wants to do. So what I want to talk to you today about was Alabama. I lived in Alabama when I started with IBM. I lived in Birmingham, Alabama, and that's where I started IBM. And I decided that I wanted to go to Niagara Falls. I was visiting my sister who was still living in Niagara Falls. She was still living in Detroit, in Michigan. So I was raised in Michigan, born and raised in Michigan. And so I'm used to driving around in the villages, but not downtown Detroit. Well, we decided to go to Niagara Falls. Get in my car, and it was a rental car. I have no idea what the plates were. I don't know, because we flew into Detroit, so I don't know what the plates were or anything. And we come up to the border, and this really very cute little pretty woman came to the car, and she said hello in a French accent. Well, that kind of put me back, because I didn't know that Canadians had French accents, and I grew up there. You would think I would have understood what was going on. She said very simply, state your citizenship. And I looked at her. Just looked at her. I was still thinking of her accent. I thought, I've always wanted to speak French. I took French in school, and she had the most beautiful accent. And I just looked at her, still in awe, and she said, state your citizenship. I said, that's all I said. Actually, I didn't say it. It was not in my head. And so she said it the third time. She says, please state your citizenship now. And I seriously took my hand off the wheel and I pointed backwards. Like I just came over the river. Where do you think I'm from? But I wasn't being mean. I really wasn't being mean. And she said it again. Please state your citizenship. And I looked at her and I thought about it, and I'm trying to think, and I'm like, well, look at my car, because I'm sure the car has license plate, and I'm thinking Alabama. So I said, Alabama? And she said, your citizenship, Alabama. And I said, yes, ma'am, I'm from Alabama. And she said, okay, one more time, state your citizenship. But she was very nice, she was very polite. She was taking her time. She wasn't rushing me. I think she knew what she had there. And she said it again, and I pointed back and very proudly said, Alabama. She giggled, but kept her composure. She did smile a little bit. She blinked. I smiled. And she said again, okay, are you Canadian? Are you an American citizen? Or are you an Alabamian citizen? And I looked at her, and I burst out laughing, and it dawned on me what I had said, and we were laughing so hard in that car, and I finally said, I'm so sorry, I'm a U.S. citizen. And she goes, okay. She told me, which route to go, and everything is in kilometers, and she said, just make sure you don't go over 60, you'll be good. And she let us go, but I was laughing so hard. I have to tell you, she was very professional. She was very patient. She was extremely kind, and that's how I remember the people of Canada. I don't think I've ever been there where somebody was rude, unless it was somebody that I knew from work or something. But everybody there is just so very sweet. I remember the sound of her voice. I don't remember driving through Detroit. I don't remember now. It's been years. I don't remember crossing the border or getting directions. I just remember how sweet and so kind that she was. And I think it's from my mother's side. My mother is she tried to find everything good in people. She never was cross or rude to anybody, not to anyone. I mean, her mother and her sisters were that way. Most of her sisters were that way too. They're very kind and looked at the best of every situation, and I think she gave that to me, because I don't remember the bad things. I remember always the good, and so I'm pleased that she did that. When I think back on that whole situation, I just smile now. You have to just think about it. So if you enjoy our talks that are not on the porch in the summertime in Central Florida, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And there are many, many more stories. Shorts are coming out, and the shorts are the wait what, odd facts, and across the board. And hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment of where you're calling from, or where you're watching from. Let me know the temperature in your area. I think it's going up to 100 and something today. I don't know what it is, but I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you on my porch eventually when it gets cooler. Otherwise, you are welcome to my living room at any time. I love you. See you next time.